Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this month's edition of our monthly color combo challenge that I do each and every month with Gareth, who is Created Home with G here on YouTube. So today our colors were red, white, and silver. Now you would think that'd be quite easy, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of struggled because I had a hard time finding silver ink. I had some, but I do have some, but I'm not quite happy with the way it turned out on my paper. It almost looks green, but it's still pretty, and so we're just gonna go with it. So today I'm going to be using some paper that my daughter gifted me this weekend. This past weekend we went thrifting, and she said, "Mom, we're going to stop by Michael's. I want to give you an early Christmas present." And so she bought me 3 of the hot buy papers, which I was so thrilled with, and she bought me some of the little ones. So I got this paper pad here that has the multicolors in it. I have to tell you, I'm kind of disappointed because they're not true colors. This is red, and yes, this is pink to me. But the white in here is beautiful, and we're using that and the silver paper. So they're very pretty papers. So these are the papers that I'm using. Obviously the white sparkly paper, the plain white paper cardstock, red cardstock, and the silver cardstock. So I've cut my card base down, and it is, of course, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 A2 size card. I also cut a mat for the inside, which is the plain white cardstock. And then I have a double mat. I have a silver mat, and then I have the white sparkly mat that's going on top like this. And so I'm going to be using my new stamp set that I got from Stampin' Up, the Winter Woods. And I'm actually going to be using this one right here, the tree right here. And I'm going to be using the sentiment, thinking of you this season. And I'm going to be using my Stamp Perfect for this. I'm also going to be using some little silver rhinestones that I got from Brutus Monroe. And then one of the little red and silver poinsettias that I got from Created Home with G. This is a stamp set that I got, I don't know, I've had it for a while. Excuse me, I've had it for a while. It says just Merry Christmas on it. And then I'm going to be using Memento ink, the red and the silver. But like I said, the silver I'm not really that thrilled with. But the card came out really pretty though. And some art glitter glue, of course. And this is the card that we're going to be making today. It is pretty card. And so it's real sparkly. And you guys know that I love sparkle. And then on the inside it just says Merry Christmas. And so yeah, let's get started. It's a very simple card. And I just wanted to highlight my new stamp set. So all I'm doing is I've already cut my mats down. So we'll go ahead and we'll get started. We'll just put our inside mat in. And I hope everything's showing up for you. I am crafting late at night. This has been an incredibly busy week and weekend, and it's the only time I have is at nighttime. So then we're going to take our silver mat and put it on. About time to fill up my glue. And I'm just going to eyeball this. There we go. Okay. So it just has like a little red border on it. And then we're going to take our white one and we're going to put this into our Stamp Perfect, and I'm putting it in this way. Now, Because I'm using a stamp that has the rubber on it instead of the polymer stamp, I took the little foam insert out of this, and that's going to be necessary to be able to do it. But I really wanted to use the Stamp Perfect just because, go ahead and get this one out, I could re-ink, and I wasn't sure how it was going to stamp on this glitter paper, but, and that way I could just reposition it where I wanted it. Okay, so I'm just going to take this out, and I'm going to use my gray ink. This is the silver ink. Like I said, you'll see it when I stamp it, the color it comes out. It's really pretty. It's just not sparkly silver. And it might be because of the glitter paper. I don't know for sure. But it's really pretty. Anyway. So I'm taking liberty with this one, Gareth. But I just wanted to do a simple card. See how that is. It is very pretty. And I'm just going to stamp over it one more time. One thing I did notice about this glitter paper is that I actually got some ink on my first one that I did, and on the side, and I took a baby wipe and it wiped right off. So you do need to let this, if you're using the glitter paper and you're stamping on it, you definitely need to let the ink completely dry before you touch it, because it will smear. Isn't that pretty though? It will smear, and while you can wipe it off, I think I need a new one. You'll wind up messing up your whole card. So I'm just going to wipe the stamp off. Now, I originally had a different idea for this card. I was going to do some embossing on it, but embossing does not work well on glitter paper. Just saying. Okay, so now I'm just going to line the Thinking Up view up, and I want to make sure that I try to put it even. I think that's straight. And I'm going to be using my Ladybug Red Memento ink on this one. And you do need to try to be careful about getting ink on the inside of the rubber there. If you do, wipe it off before you stamp it, because it will transfer to your card. That's so pretty. Just going to go over this again. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I'm just going for a simple look on this card. Every once in a while, I like simple cards. They, I don't know, they just carry a whole lot more weight, I think, sometimes. Okay, so we're going to slide this out. Put this to the side. So that's what we have. And it is silver, and but it just shows up, I don't know, it's a weird color. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my ink, the red one, and very carefully I'm just going to go across and ink the edges up just a little bit. Just to bring in the hint of red. And I'm trying to be very careful not to touch when I'm inking up. Okay. And let that dry for a few minutes. And while I'm letting that dry for a few minutes, let's just go ahead and do our Merry Christmas. So I'm just going to ink this up with my silver here that looks green. Now I'm just going to take my baby wipe here and I'm just going to go around the edges of where that ink hit and try not to remove it from the Merry Christmas. But I don't, in case it rocks or something, I don't want that ink to mar my card up. Okay. So I'm just going to kind of aim for it. You really only get one shot. Put it down. And lift. There we go. Cool. And wipe my stamp off. I'm really trying to do better about cleaning my stamps as we go. Alright. Now before I put embellishments on the front of the card, I am going to go ahead and put this on the card itself. Now I cut my white base just slightly smaller so you have a nice little silver border here, because it is supposed to be silver, red, and white. Now I actually smeared just a tiny little bit of that on there, and I'm going to show you what I mean. If you just take a baby wipe and gently wipe it, it'll come right off your card. So that's what we have so far. And I just think that's pretty, even just like that. But you know me, and my bling. I'm going to take a couple of these little silver discs here. And I'm going to put a couple of them on the bottom. And I'm just going to use my art glitter glue for this. Just going to drop that down in place. And very gently push. I don't want my glue to squish out. Oh, I hope I'm in frame. I'm sorry. And I got a little bit too much on there. I'll wipe some of it off. And then just drop it down in place. And just lightly push down on them. Okay. And then I'm going to take one of these beautiful red and silver poinsettias. And I'm going to do the same thing. Put some art glitter glue on the bottom of it. Now, because this is so heavy, I just wanted to barely kiss the tree. And that's all I'm doing. There's like a little top part of the tree. So I'm just dropping that down so it just barely kisses the top of the tree. And put that on there. And then that's our card. And here's the one that I did previously. It's already dried and everything. I don't want to. So, this is my monthly color combo challenge card. Red, silver, and white. And so I didn't want to do something just traditional. I could have done candy cane or whatever, but I just, you know, try to think outside the box a little bit. But I love how it turned out. Even though my silver doesn't turn up quite so silver on the card, I still think it's a beautiful card. So thank you for joining me this morning. And don't forget to head over to Gareth's channel, Created Home with G, to see his card for the month. And next month, I think our card is going to be black, silver, and white, but I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that and let you know for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.